Hello everyone, this is the next video lecture on chapter evolution. In the previous video lecture, we studied about different aspect, that is about introduction to the chapter. The next, along with that, we studied about the earth condition in the early stages, or in the early earth condition. What is that? And in that we studied about the Big Bang theory, how the universe or how the earth is originated, or how the galaxies are originated, that we studied. Then along with that, condition of this early earth, that only I told, condition of the early earth, that we studied. Once I wanted to repeat some points regarding Big Bang theory here. That is usually Big Bang theory, and it is what happens in the beginning. A huge explosion occurs in the universe, and after the huge explosion, what happens? The universe is expanded. When the universe is expanded, the temperature came down. And there is a formation of hydrogen and helium gases. And under the condensation, okay, gases are going to be condensed here under gravitation, because all the universe have gravitation, and because of the gravitation the gases are going to be condensed, and there is a formation of galaxies of the present universe. Okay, what happened? The temperature completely goes down, and gases are formed here, hydrogen and helium, and later on these gases will undergo condensation under the gravitation, and or these are condensed under the gravitation, and these galaxies are formed. And in the entire universe there are n number of galaxies are there. How much galaxies are there we don't know, but we know about our Milky Way galaxy. Okay, we know about our Milky Way galaxy. In our solar system we have a Milky Way galaxy, and Earth is originated 4.5 billion years back, 4.5 billion years back, or billion years ago, and universe is formed 20 billion years ago, and life is originated around 4 billion years ago. Okay, this is about the Big Bang theory. And if you observe the condition of the early earth, here the 4.5 billion years back earth is originated. Then atmosphere of the early earth, there is no atmosphere in the early earth, and it contains water vapor, methane, carbon dioxide, ammonia. Those are mainly released from the molten mass of the earth's surface. And here what happened? The UV rays start to break the water vapors into hydrogen and oxygen. Now the oxygen is originated, and lighter hydrogen is going to be escaped, and lighter oxygen is going to be combined with uh, ammonia and methane to form water. In the beginning water vapors are there, not water. But now when the oxygen is formed, at that time water is going to form, carbon dioxide is going to form, and along with that ozone layer is also going to be formed. And after that what happened? As the climate goes on cool down, the water vapor fell as a rain. They're going to fell as a rain, and depressions. Okay, a lot of depressions we can observe on the earth, and those depressions all start to fill with the water, and those become ocean. Okay, this is the early condition of the early earth. And if you observe the life is appeared, that is 500 million years after the formation of earth. It means 4 million years back, or 4 million years ago. Not 4 million, 4 billion years ago, earth is life is originated on earth. Okay, that is the thing. And this is about the previous class information. These are the points regarding that previous class information. And if you move to the next one, that is theories of life, theories of origin of life. Mainly there are four theories are there. Mainly there are four theories are there. One is theory of special creation, theory of panspermia, it is also called as cosmozoic theory, theory of spontaneous generation, or it is abiogenesis. Abiogenesis, please remember. Then theory of chemical evolution, this is biogenesis. Theory of abiogenesis, theory of biogenesis. Okay, these are the four theories are there. Okay, and these four theories will explain about different concept, or a different theories. They are going to different information. These theories are going to be given based on their imagination and everything, how the life is originated, how the first life originated on the earth and everything. They are given based on their imagination. Okay, and we'll study about the informations about the theory, what they are going to be say, what the theory is going to be explained, that we will study. Usually four theories are there: theory of special creation, theory of panspermia, theory of spontaneous generation, and then chemical evolution. Theory of spontaneous generation is also called as abiogenesis. Theory of abiogenesis, please remember. Then theory of chemical evolution is also called as biogenesis. Theory of biogenesis. For your competitive exam purpose, these are important. Please remember. Please remember all these theories. Okay. And here the first one theory, that is theory of special creation. Theory of special creation. Just do one thing. You can ask your grandfather or grandmother how the life is originated, how the life is originated on the earth. Usually they are going to be say about God is created all these things. God created man, God created plants, everything. God is only created all these all such things. That is common what they are going to say. Okay, it is common. The same theory is going to be explained here. The same thing. Okay, as the name itself indicates, special creation. It is a special creation. It is a special creation created by God. Okay, created by God. Here what is going to be, it is a religious. In here they given the sentence, that is the religious literature uh, talks about the theory of special creation, according to which the God or the superficial being created earth, light, plants and animals. Everything is created by God only. Okay, this is the theory of special creation. All such things, whatever the microbes are there, whatever the plants are there, animals are there, those are all created by God only. Okay, they're all created by the God only. Okay, this is the theory, that is the theory of special creation. Theory of special creation. And this theory have suggested some views. Okay, so they given three views, and usually these are not given in your NCRT, just they given the theory of special creation, and these are additional. Okay, these are additional and these are also simple. Just let's see here, what are the suggestions of these theory. Okay, this theory, what is the suggestion? First one, what they are going to be say, all living organisms that see today were created as such. For example, you can take human, it is created as such. In the beginning also, in future also, it is the same. There is no changes in the human. But what we came to know in present days, man usually result of the evolution, monkey to man. But this theory will not say like that. Man is created as a man, dog is created as a dog, plant is created as a plant, frog is created as a frog. Whatever the species are there, they are created as such. How they are like that only they are created. Okay, that is the first suggestion what they given. And next here, diversity of the life forms always the same since the time of creation, and will remain the same in future also. Whatever the diversity present of all these animals and plants, it is same at the time of creation. When it is created, the diversity is same, and in the future also it is same. But we can see so many species are extinct, so many deaths can occur, so many birth can occur. Okay, diversity can changes. Okay, diversity easily we can think that diversity can changes, but what it is going to be say, the creation is same, the diversity of the when the creation is begin, or when the creation occurs, at that time diversity is same, and in the future also it is same, there is no change. And the third one, earth is about 400 years old. Okay, it's just about 400 years old one. But what we studied in the last video lecture, earth formed 4.5 billion years ago. But what the theory is going to be say here, this theory, earth is about 4000 years old, only 4000 years old. It is only 4000 years old, not million billions of years. Okay, it is only 4000 years old. But these theories and everything these are not these are all disproved because of some scientist. For example, you can take Charles Darwin. Okay, 19th century, Charles Darwin given some theories, similarities and dissimilarities. Based on that, this theory is not correct. Okay, this theory is not correct. You will study about Darwin in the later classes. And here extinctions. Okay, the diversity is not same here. So many extinctions occurs from the last few from the last years. Okay, from the last previous lot of years, there are a lot of extinctions can occur here. Okay, on the earth a lot of extinctions occurs. So this theory is going to be disproved by so many scientists. But some creations, some spiritually we are going to be believe these all creations of the God. But still, so many people they are believing this only. Okay, will not ignore this one, because we don't know what happened in the early Earth, what happened in the early universe, what happened. We don't know that completely. Okay, this is about the first theory, that is theory of special creation. Next one, that is uh, theory of panspermia or cosmozoic theory. Theory of panspermia or theory of cosmozoic theory. And here in this theory, what it is going to be say, uh, the life is originated on the earth from other planets or from outer space. From outer space life is originated. So many scientists believe like that. How? For example, here you can see this is earth. You can see this is earth. So many spores, they given the word that is spores. So many small units, they are transferring from one planet to another planet, or from one solar system to another solar system. During that transformation, some of the spores, they fell on earth, and these become developed. These become developed and they gives rise to the life. Okay, some of the spores units, some of the spores or units, they are transferring, they are distributing throughout the universe, and some of the spores they fell on the earth and those started life. Okay, those started life. This is the theory of panspermia. Okay, some of the spores here they given, the early Greek philosophers thought units called spores or pansperms came on earth along with meteorites. Okay, meteorites are also some life units. So not meteorites, these are wait, meteorites. Okay, meteorites also the same. Okay, these meteorites are also the same. They are transforming from one place, one planet to another planet. At that time, earth is also received that, and then life originated. They might be here, they might have evolved into present day forms. Okay, now also they are present. Okay, now also they are present on the earth. Okay, this is the theory of panspermia. Okay, or a cosmozoic theory. Okay, just remember this one. Life is originated from the other planet. Some of the spores, during transformation from one planet to another planet, at that time, though some spores are fell on the earth and the life is originated. This is the theory of panspermia. Okay, and going to the next one, third one, that is theory of spontaneous generation, or it is a theory of abiogenesis. Theory of abiogenesis. Please remember this one. Theory of abiogenesis. What it is going to be say here, life is originated, or the living organisms arose from decaying matter like straw, mud, stone. Okay, so many other decaying of matter. Life is originated. This is the statement of spontaneous generation. It is not possible. Life is not originated from such things, but these are all imaginations. What they given, these are all imagination. What they are going to say here, these living organisms or the life is arose from the decaying matter like straw. You can take mud, you can take stone. They are originated from such all non-living organisms. Okay, non-living organisms. But so many scientists disproved this one. How they distribute? For example, first one in your NCERT they given the one scientist, that is Louis Pasteur. He is the father of microbiology. Okay, he's the father of microbiology. He usually demonstrated one experiment. He demonstrated one experiment. Uh, what he came to know about that experiment, life can arise only from pre-existing life. If there is a formation of new life, means that life must and should arise from the pre-existing life. Okay, before the formation of new life, it is not formed from any other non-living and other things. Okay, if we are getting a one life, and this life is mainly from the pre-existing life, there must and should be a life, then only a new life will arise. That is the statement given by the Louis Pasteur. Okay, he showed that he did an experiment, that is one of the jar he collected here, the jar, the swan neck bottles he used. Swan neck experiment we are going to be say it as a commonly. And here what he did, he collected heat killed yeast. He collected heat killed yeast in one bottle here. Okay, one jar, or you can say one bottle. And he collected heat killed yeast. Okay, first he collected living yeast, and then he given the heat, and then those become dye. When he provided it, they become dye. And he wait for some time with a blocked neck, with a blocked or with a sealed flask, with a closed flask or with a sealed flask. He observed. When he observed continuously, but there is no life arised. There is no life because it is completely closed, so there is no chance of entry of any other microbes and other things. Okay, how the heat killed yeast is present, the same thing will appear for a longer time. But when he observed by opening this flask, what he observed, that I will show here, you can see here, he boiled the that yeast product, and then he broke the neck of that particular beaker, okay, particular flask, and then he waited for some time. And after that there is a development of microbes, or there is a development of microbial growth. In the second diagram you can see. Okay, what he came to know, that according to this experiment, that is, life can arise only from the pre-existing life. Okay, because in the first experiment what he did, he closed the flask. Okay, he closed the flask, and then he given the heat to the yeast, and then heat become dead, and yeast become dead, and he wait for some time. It is closed one, so there is no life. And when he break that neck, or when he break that flask, at that time it is open for the aeration, so many microbes and can enter into the flask. Then again there is a development of microbes. It means if there is a life, okay, that life is originated from pre-existing life. This is the theory of spontaneous generation. Okay, this is the theory of spontaneous generation, or abiogenesis, and it is disproved by Louis Pasteur. What is the theory? This is the theory: living organisms arose only from decaying matter like straw, mud, and then stone. This is the theory, but it is proved by Louis Pasteur. Okay, please remember this one also. Then moving to the next one, next theory, that is theory of chemical evolution or biogenesis, theory of biogenesis. Here, this theory was mainly given by Oparin and Halden. Oparin from Russia and Halden from England. Both of them together, they given a theory, that is theory of chemical evolution or theory of biogenesis. Usually, what are they given here? What is the main theme of this theory? Usually, they proposed the first life form could have come from pre-existing non-living organic molecules. Pre-existing life mainly that free. What here? What happened in Louis Pasteur? What he did? Uh, Life is originated from pre-existing life, and one big question arises there: that pre-existing life, where it came from, where it came? That is also a question, because it need one end where they started. That is very important. So they become confused about that. Again, these two scientists, they given the theory, and that free existing life is originated from non-living non-living organic molecules. Yes, there is a, for the new life there is a free existing life, but that free existing life, where it came, when it came, and where it came, that is also very important. So here what the theory is here, that free existing life is mainly originated from non-living organic molecules. Like for example, I will say RNA, you can take protein, you can take other sugars, carbohydrates. Okay, these are all where they are arised. Okay, they are all non living organic molecules. Okay, non-living organic molecules. Here one experiment is there that I will tell you. For example, you can take what is the theory here? The free existing life originated from non-living organic molecules. Here you can take the cell. Cell is mainly made up of RNA, DNA, protein. Okay, these are all molecules. These all molecules first formed here. And these all non-living organic molecules together, they form a living cell. These all together, they formed a living cell. Okay, next one experiment is there. Okay, to prove about the this chemical evolution theory, it is practically proved in the laboratory, that we will discuss in the next slide. Okay, here there is a formation of diverse organic molecules from the inorganic constituents, and those organic constituents are originated, or they are formed from the inorganic constituents, because whatever the chemicals formed in the beginning of the earth, those are all inorganic, not organic molecules. They are all inorganic. So these organic molecules, where they came, they are from the inorganic constituents. They are all from the inorganic constituents. This is the thing. And here the condition on earth on that day, or on earth, that favored chemical evolution, where very high temperature present in that at that time, volcanic storms are there at that time, then reducing atmosphere that contained methane, ammonia, and water vapors. Okay, usually here the condition of earth at that time, or the condition on earth at that time, how it is, it mainly contains the high temperature, it contains volcanic storms, it contains some gases such as methane, ammonia, and then water vapors. Okay, it's a condition. They given chemical evolution, how they given, usually the lot of temperature is there, volcanic storms are there, gases are there. Okay, these are all big fused together, and then there is a formation of organic molecules, and those organic molecules become the life. Okay, this is the theory what they given, but they are failed to prove it experimentally. Okay, they failed to prove experimentally, but they given the statement, yes, it is like this, there is a formation of the life on the earth. They given the statement, but science need proof. Okay, experimentally we have to prove that, but they are not proved that. But in the next slide we will study about that. This is the theory of chemical evolution. These are the four theories. One is first one, that is theory of special creation, second theory of panspermia, third one theory of spontaneous generation, and the fourth one that is theory of chemical evolution. Okay, please remember all four theories. Theory of spontaneous generation is also called as theory of abiogenesis, and theory of chemical evolution is also called as theory of biogenesis. Please remember. Okay, now moving to the next one, that is here this is the experimental proof to show the chemical evolution, for the chemical evolution of life. Okay, whatever the theory given by the that two scientists, uh, Halden and Oppen, given the theory, uh, and these organic molecules, how they formed, that is a big question. How they formed? Yes, they given the statement, these molecules are formed like this, and then from the non-organic molecules there is a formation of organic molecules, from the inorganic molecules there is a formation of organic molecules, from organic molecules there is a formation of life. Okay, right, but experimentally they have to prove, but they are unable to do that. They are unable to prove experimentally. But one of the scientists, here you can see Stanley Miller and Urey, these two scientists together, Stanley Miller and Urey, this together we call it as a Urey Miller experiment. Urey Miller experiment, it is very important, please remember, your theory exam, it is very important. Stanley Miller and Urey did an experiment on chemical evolution to show the chemical to prove the chemical evolution. They given one experiment, that is Stanley Miller experiment, or uh, Urey Miller experiment we commonly call. Two scientists, one is Stanley Miller, another one is Urey. These two conducted an experiment. What they did here, what they did, using laboratory as an atmosphere. Okay, they use glass apparatus and tubes and everything. Okay, they all used all those things. Okay, and they created the similar condition of earth in the laboratory only. Whatever the condition is present in the early earth, that same condition they created or they set up in the laboratory. They created the same, they created in the laboratory, and they used electric discharge and electrodes they used to maintain the temperature. They usually given the heat to the flask. Okay, and for the storms, okay, they given electrodes, and they used chemicals, whatever the chemicals present, methane, ammonia, hydrogen, water vapors, everything they used. Okay, by using all these they mainly did an experiment. Okay, that diagram is here. Here this is the diagrammatic representation. This is the experimental setup, what they prepared in the laboratory. What they prepared in the laboratory, this is the experimental setup. Here you can see two flask, two flask. In one flask they used water, in one flask they used gases. They used methane, they used ammonia, water and then hydrogen. They used all these gases in this flask. In this flask they used these all gases, and along with that they given electrodes, because volcanic storms are there. Volcanic storms are there, it is nothing but current. It is nothing but current. A storm is nothing but a current. So for that they used electric discharge here, electrodes here, two electrodes they used, they connected, because the earlier there is the methane, hydrogen, so methane is there, hydrogen is there, water vapors are there, and along with that ammonia is also present over there. Okay, they used these all gases here, and for to supply the volcanic storms they used electrodes. These electrodes will supply the current, spark, there is a discharge of spark. And then along with that, in another flask they used water, boiling water they used here. And what they did here first, what they did here, uh, they given heat to the water, they given heat to the water, because they need water vapors. They need water vapors, because in the earlier there is no water, but there is the presence of water vapors. So they given 800, they increased this to 800 degrees Celsius. They given how much temperature? 800 degree Celsius. And here the water become vapor, and then they transferred here to the next flask. Okay, water, when you give the continuous heating to the water, it become vaporized. Okay, it become vapor. Water vapors are formed here, and these traveled along the tube, and then it reaches to the next flask. Okay, and along with these all gases, and then here electric discharge, and then along with the water vapors, these all going to be react. These all going to be react here. Okay, in this flask, these all chemicals and water vapor, everything, they are going to be uh, react here, and whatever the reaction occurs, and their products are going to be transfer here. Their products are going to be transfer here, and they used one condenser here, one condenser present here. Water in one side, the water is out, another side water is in, just to maintain, just to reduce the uh, that sorry, just to maintain the just to maintain the this temperature. Okay, for the variation of the temperature, they used condenser. Here the water is going to be released out, and then here the water is coming in. So there is a maintenance of the temperature, and whatever the products they came from this flask, or the result of the products, or the result from this flask, they come and settle here. In this reason, there is a settlement occurs. Okay, in this reason, there is a settlement occurs. And in the beginning days, or after the and he continued for a week, and then repeated times he conducted the experiment, and he found some organic molecules. In the beginning, he found amino acids. In the beginning, he found mainly acids amino acids. He found the result, or he found the products, those are amino acids. And uh, for the further improvement of the experiment, or the for further result purpose, and so many different scientists also, they conducted the same experiment, and they got different organic molecules. Some of them got sugar, some of them got nucleic acids. Okay, some of them got nucleic acids, some of them got carbohydrates, some of them got carbohydrates. Okay, like that, different products, organic molecules, they mainly form. So many scientists, they worked on it, and then in each and every experiment, there is a different product they got. So many scientists, still now we are agree with this experiment. Okay, whatever the Haldane and Oparin told about the like the condition of the earth, and then how the pre-existing life originated. Okay, that all thing they explained, but practically they are unable to prove that. But that practically done by Urey and Miller. Stanley Miller and Urey, they did an experiment, and because of this experiment, so many scientists, they got different result, and they came to know that yes, the theory was correct. Till now, we are going to be believe that theory. Okay, still now we are believing that theory, and in future we don't know how many theories will they are going to be proposed and everything, that we don't know. But still now we are agree with that, because it is experimentally or practically it is proved. So we are agree with that experiment. Okay, this is the Stanley and Stanley Miller and Urey experiment. And once you go to the points, these are all the points of that experiment. You can see here. They use the electrodes, okay, just to produce the electric discharge, and they used methane, ammonia, hydrogen, and water vapor. And at 800 degrees Celsius, they are going to be combine the gases, and then uh, that heat provide the water vapors. Okay, that heat, whatever the boiling water is, that it will provide the water vapor. And after a week, he observed that they observed usually formation of amino acids. Amino acids are formed. The similar experiment So many other scientists observed the formation of sugar, nitrogen bases, lipids, amino acids, and even some pigments also they got. Some pigments, coloring pigments they also got. Okay, and analysis of meteorites also revealed the presence of similar compounds, indicating occurrence of similar processes uh, elsewhere in the space. The same process occurred in the space also. So the chemical evolution of life was more or less accepted. More or less accepted because the same by the experimental setup also they got the same result. The same thing, the same gases are there, temperature is there, everything is there. So this is also one of the chance. This is also one of the chance. In this way also there is a formation of life is there, because if you observe the single cell of the human, if you observe the single cell of the human, in that cell you can see protein. In that cell you can see the protein, we can see the nucleic acids, we can see the lipids. Usually plasma membrane is mainly made up of lipid bilayer. Okay, lipid bilayer. Sugars also we can find, carbohydrates, monosaccharide, disaccharides, polysaccharides, everything. These are all organic molecules. They are formed in this experiment. Okay, in this experiment these all molecules are formed. So these all organic molecules together they form a single cell. So there is a first formation of unicellular organisms, and based on that evolution and everything, they again modifications and everything, now we are multicellular organisms and higher organisms. Okay, because of this experiment, that chemical evolution theory still now it is accepted, more or less it is accepted. Okay, once I will revise this experimental setup. Usually they used two flasks they used. In one flask they used boiling water, and then in another flask they used these gases, methane, and then ammonia, and then water, and then water vapor, and then hydrogen. And they used the electrodes, they used the electrodes they used the electrodes, and then to supply the discharge, electric discharge. And when start the boiling, at that time this water become vapor and then travel to the next flask. And here the gases are there, electrodes are there. Along with this there is a reaction occurs, series of reactions, and after whatever the result or whatever the product formed here, that will transfer along this tube, and then they are going to be settled here. And before that they used a condenser, water out and then water in, that used the condenser. And the because and then here, then the last they find some molecules, organic molecules such as amino acids. Okay, they mainly found the amino acids. The Urey Miller they got the amino acids. And so many scientists also they did the same experiment, and they got different result. Based on that we came to know that chemical evolution is somewhat acceptable. Okay, that is the thing about this Urey Miller. This is about the Urey Miller experiment. Okay, this is very important, students. Diagram, sometimes the diagram asked for 3 marks. Draw a neat label diagram of Urey Miller experiment. So many times it is asked. Okay, write correctly the discharge, water in and water out. Along with that the gases also you have to write correctly. Okay, and sometimes they'll ask for explain the Urey Miller experiment for 5 marks. For 5 marks also they will ask. Okay, for that purpose it is very important. Please remember. Okay, please remember, this is very important. Okay, this is about the today's video lecture on theories of life forms, and then along with Urey Miller experiment. Okay, and I think all the concepts are clear. And if you have any doubt, you can ask the questions through WhatsApp, or you can ask in comment box. Okay, thank you.